Hello students and welcome to my channel. In today's lesson, we are still looking at cell structure and this is lesson number 2. By the end of this lesson, you must be able to explain the functions of the following cell organelles: Golgi apparatus or Golgi body, endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes, chloroplast, mitochondria, and microtubules. So let's look at the Golgi apparatus. The Golgi apparatus, also called the Golgi complex or the Golgi body, is a membrane-bound organelle that is made up of a series of flattened stacked pouches called the cisternae. It is made up of approximately 4 to 8 cisternae held together by matrix proteins. In plant cells, these stacks are usually found as individuals called dactyosomes. Each of these cisternae is flat and disc-like and contains specific enzymes that carry out functions of the Golgi. It is located in the cytoplasm next to the endoplasmic reticulum and near the cell nucleus. While many types of cells may contain only one or several Golgi apparatus, plant cells contain hundreds of them. Now let's look at the functions performed by the Golgi apparatus. Function number 1 is the production of glycoproteins such as mucin. And function number 2 is producing secretory enzymes. Function number 3 is secreting carbohydrates such as those involved in the production of new cell walls. And function number 4 is transporting and storing lipids. Function number 5, it is the forming of lysosomes. Now let's look at the endoplasmic reticulum. There are a series of membranous tubes and sacs that run throughout the cell. They may be covered with ribosomes, and if they are covered with ribosomes, they will be called the rough endoplasmic reticulum. Or ribosomes may be absent, forming the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, which is more tubular. Now let's look at the functions performed by the endoplasmic reticulum. Function number 1 is it is concerned with the protein synthesis. Since it may contain ribosomes, ribosomes are responsible for protein synthesis, so their function may also be protein synthesis. Function number 2 is it is a site for membrane synthesis. Function number 3 is it collects and stores synthesized materials. Function number 4 is it provides a large surface area for chemical reactions within the cell. Next function is it provides a pathway for the transport of materials through the cell. Next function is it is involved in the production of lipids. It is also involved in the metabolism of carbohydrates. And the last function is it provides the structural skeleton to maintain a cellular shape. Now let's look at ribosomes. Ribosomes are tiny organelles that are found in large numbers throughout the cytoplasm. Each ribosome consists of 2 subunits, one large and the other one small. Ribosomes are made of roughly equal amounts of RNA and proteins. Since ribosomes are not surrounded by a membrane, they are not considered to be true organelles. Some ribosomes are free, that is, they produce proteins that remain in the cell, and others are attached to the ER, that is, they produce proteins for export. Now let's look at the functions of the ribosomes. The main function of the ribosome is for protein synthesis. Next, we want to look at the chloroplast. The chloroplast belong to a group of organelles called the plastids. They are large organelles, generally lens-shaped in the higher plants, of around 2 to 4 micrometers wide, 5 to 10 micrometers long, bound by a double membrane called the chloroplast envelope. And within the chloroplast envelope is a colorless gelatinous matrix called the stroma. Within the stroma are a series of starch grains which act as temporary stores for the products of photosynthesis. Also present within the stroma are a small amount of DNA as well as oil droplets. In addition, a third internal membrane called the thylakoid membrane is also present. Within the thylakoids are located the photosynthetic pigments such as chlorophyll. The thylakoid membrane forms a network of flattened sac-like structures called thylakoids, which are stacked to form grana. 3 membranes provide the chloroplast. The 3 membranes divide the chloroplast into 3 compartments: the intermembrane space between the outer membrane, the stroma, and the thylakoid lumen. Now let's look at the functions of the chloroplast. Function number 1 is the absorption of light energy and the conversion of it into biological energy. As we all know, chloroplasts, they contain chlorophyll, and the function of chlorophyll is to absorb light energy. Next function is the production of NADPH2 and evolution of oxygen through the process of photolysis of water. You will have a better understanding of this point when we do photosynthesis. Function number 3 is the production of ATP by photophosphorylation. Function number 4 is the formation of sugars by photosynthesis that are stored as starch. Next function is they participate in the pathogen defense. And the last function is they contain chlorophyll. Now let's look at mitochondria. Mitochondria are organelles that produce adenosine triphosphate ATP, the main energy molecule used by the cell. They range in shape from spherical to highly elongated and are typically 5 micrometers across. They are bounded by a double membrane, the outer of which control the entry and exit of chemicals. The inner membrane is folded inwards to form the cristae. The remainder of the mitochondrial is the matrix. Now let's look at the functions performed by the mitochondria. Function number 1 is they perform cellular respiration. Many of the functions of mitochondria are linked to this first point. Function number 2 is they produce ATP. And function number 3 is they promote cell growth and multiplication. Cell growth and multiplication, these are processes that require energy, and that energy is provided in form of ATP. They also synthesize biomolecule. Mitochondria, they supply energy that is required for the formation of biomolecules. They also help the cells to maintain the proper concentration of calcium ions within the compartments of the cell. Let's look at microtubules. Microtubules are microscopic hollow tubes made of proteins alpha and beta tubulin that are part of the cell's cytoskeleton, a network of protein filaments that extend throughout the cell to give shape and keep organelles in place. They are the largest structures in the cytoskeleton at about 24 nanometers thick. Now let's look at the functions of the microtubule. Function number 1 is they provide the internal skeleton, that is the cytoskeleton, for cells and so help to determine their shape. Function number 2 is they aid transport within the cell, providing routes along which materials move. Function number 3 is they form a framework along which cellulose cell wall of plants is laid down. The last function is they form spindle fibers during cell division. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. If you have any questions, additions and subtractions, please write them in the comment section. If you feel you have benefited from this video, click the like button.